Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome back. If you're joining us again, welcome in general. Um, as always, this is a general collective reading, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. And you know what? Trust your own intuition above all else. The energy that's coming through today feels incredibly powerful. There's a sense that many of you are standing right at the edge of something that's significant. Some of you may already feel it stirring beneath the surface, while others may simply sense that change is in the air. So let's dive in and see what Spirit has to say. The first card from the Lion's deck is the Unity Flame. Together we rise stronger than the storm. And this card speaks of connection and support and of really coming together. For some of you, this could be a relationship or a partnership, friendship, family connection, or even a soul tribe that is beginning to form around you. Spirit really is reminding you that you were never meant to carry every burden that you have alone. Um, there are people, both seen and unseen, who are supporting your journey. If you've been feeling isolated, know that assistance, guidance, and companionship really are closer than you realize. So, the next card I have is the Lunar Blessing. The moon guards your tender heart. Feel freely. Now, many of you have been protecting your emotions for a long time. You've learned to stay strong, to stay practical, and keep moving forward even when your heart needed attention. This card is giving you permission to finally feel, like feel your feelings, right? Um, there may be emotions surfacing right now that you've been avoiding or pushing aside, and Spirit says that these feelings are not here to overwhelm you. Um, they're simply here to be acknowledged so your healing can continue. Now, the final Lion deck card is the Dream Weaver. Your dreams are maps, follow where they lead. Pay attention to dreams, you guys, signs, synchronicities, sudden ideas, and really intuitive nudges over the next coming days. For some of you, spirit may be communicating through literal dreams, and for others, a dream you've held in your heart for years may suddenly begin calling louder than ever before. Um, the message of this is simple. Um, you got to stop dismissing what keeps returning to you. If the same vision, goal, opportunity, or desire keeps appearing, there may be a reason for it. So now let's move into the main spread. And the first card here is Enterprise. This really often speaks of building something, a project, a business, a career path, a creative pursuit, or you know what, even constructing a new chapter of your life. And what stands out here is that this card appears before anything else. It's suggesting that many of you are laying foundations right now, even if like, if the results aren't starting to appear yet. Um, Following that is discovery. And that's simply something to be discovered. Something is about to be revealed to you. Um, you may uncover information or gain clarity or learn a truth, receive guidance, or finally understand why certain events unfolded the way they did. Um, the lantern on this card, it feels important because it doesn't illuminate the entire path all at once. It just revealing your next step. Um, Spirit is encouraging patience. You don't need the whole roadmap, right? You only need the next piece. Then we have news. And this really feels significant. For some of you, this could be a message or phone call, email announcement, offer, invitation, approval of some sort, or just a conversation, right? And for others, it may be information that finally helps things make sense. Um, the interesting thing is that the news sits directly beside discovery, right? And that tells me that information arriving isn't just random, it's going to bring you clarity. It's going to answer questions, it reveals something you've needed to know. So, following that, we have ascension. And this is a beautiful confirmation that many of you are moving into a higher timeline or a vibration. Your old patterns are falling away, your perspective is changing, and the things that once held your attention may no longer feel aligned. Um, this card, it often appears when someone has learned an important soul lesson and is preparing for their next chapter. So you're ascending. Um, but before we get there, Spirit shows us an obstacle. Um, Now, don't panic when you hear that word, right? The energy here feels less like a permanent block and more like a final challenge. And I know that freaking sucks. But you got to think of it as a mountain that appears right before the breathtaking view. Many of you may currently feel delayed or frustrated, uncertain, or impatient. Um, and Spirit says that this obstacle exists to strengthen your confidence and trust. You're not being denied. You're just being prepared. Now, because immediately after obstacle comes transformation, and the butterfly here on this card, it appears when an old version of yourself can no longer continue the journey. So something is changing, and for some, it's a mindset, right? Now, for others, it's a relationship dynamic or a career path or belief system or even like a life direction, right? But either way, you're not the same person you were even 6 months ago. Um, and finally, we're arriving at Portal, you guys, and this card gives me the chills. Um, a portal is a doorway, a threshold, a crossing point between where you've been and where you're going. And Spirit is showing a progression: build, discover, receive news, ascend, move through the challenge, transform, and step through this portal, you guys. And it's a powerful sequence, really. Um, this feels very much like a chapter closing and a chapter opening energy. Now, let's see what the ancestors want you to know. The first card that I pulled is the Keeper of the Quiet Path, and the message on it is you. Sorry, I don't have my reading glasses. That's bad, and I'm in denial about my eyes. So, anyways, your clarity returns when your steps are gentle. Now, if you've been searching desperately for answers, Spirit is encouraging you to slow down. Um, Not every answer arrives through effort. Some answers, they arrive through your stillness, and some arrive during a walk or a quiet morning or a peaceful moment or a simple conversation, right? The clarity that you're seeking, it might come when you stop chasing it. Now, the second card that I got was the Ancestral Singer. And the message on that one is your voice carries power. A quiet melody guides you forward. Um, so just know that your words, they matter now. They really always did, but now in particular, your prayers, they matter. Your affirmations, they matter. Your conversations, they matter. And for some of you, singing, speaking, writing, teaching, creating content or sharing your truth, they may become more important in the coming weeks. There is healing in your voice. There is guidance in your voice. You know what? There's power in your voice. And finally, you got to realize that your voice is important and it needs to be heard. So, anyways, I pulled a little synchronicity card, and we have the fish, you guys. Um, look for physical or images of a fish. Maybe you're having fish for dinner. Who knows? It's just an odd synchronicity, but fish is actually, I'm going to read the card, a sign of abundance, flow, and trusting the currents of life. Now, it really is a symbol of abundance and prosperity and flow, um, opportunity and trusting life's currents. Um, you know what? Spirit is encouraging you not to fight the direction that things are moving in. You may not understand every twist and turn, but the current is carrying you somewhere meaningful. And when this fish appears, um, it's often a reminder that abundance doesn't always arrive through force. Sometimes it arrives through alignment. Now, you guys, let's look at the initials that came through and remember that these could be your initials, someone that's connected to you, a place, a company, a street name, or simply a confirmation for a few viewers that might need it. So, first one we got is Z or Z for Zing. Um, it's really fresh energy and excitement and renewed motivation. Zing, I freaking love that word. So Zoe, Zachary, Zara, Zurich, Switzerland. Um, Next we got is V for venture. Victoria, Vincent, Vanessa, Vancouver. Vancouver's coming. Anybody from Vancouver? It's time for you to journey, opportunity, or leap of faith. Maybe venture out, you guys. X for expand. Um, Xavier, Xander, Zinnia. Um, you know what? Like spirit encourages your growth beyond current limitations, you guys. So expand. H, double confirmation. If you're Hope, your name is Hope. And also, it's just a reminder, really, to have hope, to not give up before the breakthrough that's arriving. Hannah, Henry, Harper, Houston, name or city. Anyways, next one, A for allow. You guys release control and let things unfold naturally. You allow things in, good things will flow. Ava, Adam, Amelia, Alberta, name or place. P for pause. Pause, you guys. Take a moment before making an important decision. Peter, Paige, Parker, Paris, name or city. Next, O for open. Stay receptive for opportunities or messages, you guys. And you know what? Most importantly, stay open for unexpected blessings. Olivia, Oscar, ooh, Orlando, name or place. And finally, we got Y for your time. You know that this is a beautiful confirmation that your divine timing may finally be aligning in your favor. Yusuf, Yvonne, Yasmin, or York. York. All right. If I could sum this entire reading up for you guys, it feels like Spirit is saying, hang in there. You're closer than you realize. Now, a lot of you've been putting in the work and you've been healing and growing and learning lessons and trying to trust the process even when it hasn't made much sense. Um, it may have felt like you've been walking uphill for a while, wondering when things are finally going to start moving. I know for one, I am. In this reading, it feels like a reassurance that things are moving, even if you can't see all the pieces yet. There seems to be new information, news, or clarity that is coming that helps you understand why certain things had to happen the way they did. And while there may still be one challenge or delay standing in front of you, Spirit doesn't see it as a roadblock. It's more like the last hill before you reach the view that you've been waiting for. Um, Now, the biggest message here is to stop being so hard on yourself. You don't need to have everything figured out right now. You don't need every answer before taking the next step. Just focus on what's directly in front of you and trust that the rest will reveal itself when it's meant to. Um, your ancestors and your guides are also reminding you to slow down a little. Um, the answers you're looking for aren't hiding from you. In fact, they may come when you're relaxing or taking a walk or listening to music, journaling, or even just simply giving yourself a moment to breathe and to be present. Um, Now, the most important thing here is that you don't give up on your dreams and that the things that keep calling your heart, the idea, the goal, the vision, the life you've been imagining for yourself, it's showing up in this reading for a reason. The overall feeling is that you're moving out of one chapter into another chapter, and it might not happen overnight, but the door is opening. So you guys just trust the signs and trust your journey, trust yourself. And if you've been waiting for even a little confirmation from the universe, this reading feels very much like a gentle nudge that's saying, you know, keep going. You're on the right path and something beautiful is beginning to unfold. So you guys, if you have been with me, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for clicking on this video, for listening and staying tuned. Please, if you will, uh, hit the like, share, or subscribe button here, comment, let me know what's going on, how this resonated. I would love to hear from you. Um, but in any case, thank you so much once again. I hope you're having the best day or night wherever you are in this world. Thanks again. Until next time, my friends. Bye bye.